people dream of success while others wake up and work hard for it. Namaskar, welcome to Next IS. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. Now, recently, Union Ministry of Earth Sciences approved installation of an Xband radar for Kerala's Wayanad district after devastating floods and landslides. This radar will help monitor soil movements to provide landslide warnings. Radars operate using radio waves to detect objects, determining their distance and characteristics. Doppler radar is a common type used in meteorology. It utilizes Doppler effect to assess cloud movement and rainfall intensity. India's meteorological radar network includes both X-band and S-band radars, with the latter used for long-range detection. And the Indian Meteorological Department began using radar for weather applications in 1950s, and there are plans to install 56 additional Doppler radars by 2026 under the Mission Mawsum initiative, which aims to upgrade meteorological infrastructure. Additionally, NASA and ISRO are also developing the NISAR satellite, which is equipped with L-band and S-band radar to produce high-resolution maps of Earth's land masses and track environmental changes. It is expected to launch in 2025. Now, Sharat Paar, founder of the Nationalist Congress Party, has filed a plea in the Supreme Court to prevent the Ajit Pawar faction from using the clock symbol in the upcoming Maharashtra Assembly elections. Now, let's know how are symbols allotted. The French election symbols 1968 empowers the Election Commission to recognize political parties and allot symbols. Symbols are crucial for voter recognition, especially in a country with significant illiteracy. As per the symbols order, in case of split in a recognized political party, Election Commission of India decides as to which faction or group is recognized political party. It allots reserved symbols to such faction. However, Election Commission of India has also frozen symbols in the past before determining the dispute. The Supreme Court may also refer to three-test formula, which was established in 1971 Sadiq Ali case to determine the recognized faction, and three-test formula includes party aims, adherence to party constitution, and legislative majority. Experts also suggest that real reform is needed in internal democracy within political parties, advocating for regular internal elections without election commission oversight to avoid entangling constitutional authority in party politics. Next article talks about PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, which has completed 3 years, and it marks the significant progress in enhancing India's multi-modal connectivity and transforming its infrastructure landscape. It was launched in 2021 for providing multi-modal connectivity infrastructure to various economic zones. It is a transformative approach for economic growth and sustainable development, and the approach is driven by 7 engines, namely railways, road, ports, waterways, airports, mass transport, and logistics infrastructure. Talking about its progress, it has integrated 44 central ministries and 36 states or union territories with more than 1600 data layers, making it a crucial tool for planning and executing infrastructure projects. Now, Ladakh recently witnessed auroras with reddish and greenish lights in the night sky, typically seen in far northern regions. Auroras are common sight in countries near or within Arctic Circle. The occurrence of auroras at lower latitudes, such as Ladakh, indicates heightened solar activities, specifically solar storms known as coronal mass ejections. And do you know, friends, solar storms result from the sun's internal magnetic activity cycle, which lasts approximately 11 years. The current cycle is predicted to peak in 2024. Now, recently, Vietnam and China have engaged in discussions aimed at easing tensions over territorial disputes in South China Sea. The talks focus on managing conflicts related to maritime claims, enhancing cooperation in the region to promote stability and security. Talking about South China Sea, it is vital waterway connecting Strait of Malacca and Strait of Taiwan. It serves as a key maritime gateway for shipping between Pacific and Indian Oceans. The region is bordered by multiple countries including China, Taiwan, Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia, Singapore, Cambodia, Thailand, and Vietnam. It is rich in oil, gas, and fisheries, making it an economically significant area for trade and resource extraction. It is also a critical trade hub for East Asia, South Asia, and beyond, facilitating substantial maritime commerce. Talking about territorial dispute, it primarily involves China and several Asian countries, with China claiming nearly the entire region. Other claimants include Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Taiwan, Brunei, each asserting rights over islands, reefs, and underwater resources. Talking about India's position, India has shifted its stance, increasing defense and economic cooperation with Southeast Asian nations to counter China's maritime influence, reflecting its broader strategic aspirations on the global stage. Now, Indian government has initiated a scientific study to explore the population history of South Asia through the ancient and modern genomics. It is being conducted by the Anthropological Survey of India under the Ministry of Culture. The project will analyze 300 ancient skeletal remains collected from various archaeological sites in India and Pakistan. These sites include significant locations from the Indus Valley civilization, such as Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, as well as other regions like Jammu and Kashmir, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Punjab, and Gujarat. Here, aim is to promote conclusive insights into the origins of ancient Indian communities amidst existing conflicting theories. Now, Delhi High Court recently issued directives to improve access to orphan drugs for rare disease. In India, 55 medical conditions are classified as rare, with only about 5% having available therapies, leading to limited patient access to specific care. And friends, rare diseases are categorized into three groups based on treatment options. Here, first group involves one-time curative procedures, second group requires long-term but less costly treatment, and third group includes expensive lifelong treatments. The 2021 National Policy for Rare Diseases provide financial assistance up to 50 lakh for treatments at designated centers of excellence. And in August 2024, government reported releasing 25 crore in financial aid for rare disease patients, with previous allocations varying across fiscal years. Next article focuses upon Dragon drones because in the Russia-Ukraine war, it has emerged as new weapon. It is capable of releasing thermite, which is a mixture of aluminum and iron oxide that burns at more than 24 degrees Celsius. These drones can ignite thermite, causing severe damage to a wide range of materials, including military vehicles and even burning underwater, making them particularly effective in combat. Talking about historical linkages, thermite has a history of use in warfare dating back to World War I and later extensively during the World War II in aerial bombing campaigns. Although the use of thermite in weapons is not prohibited under the international law, but the Convention on Certain Conventional Weapons restrict its use against civilian targets. Now, Union government has released the first installment of the 15th Finance Commission grants for the financial year 2024-25 to rural local bodies in Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan. These funds empower local governance, aligning with the Article 243G of the Indian Constitution, supporting Mahatma Gandhi's vision of Gram Swaraj. This initiative aims to strengthen grassroots democracy, foster inclusive growth, and promote sustainable rural development, contributing to the broader goal of Viksit Bharat. Ministry of Panchayat Raj and Ministry of Jal Shakti oversees the release of these grants, which are issued in two installments each financial year. Next article talks about President Rule because recently central government has revoked President's Rule in Jammu and Kashmir, allowing for the formation of a new government in the Union Territory. This will be the first elected government since the abrogation of Article 370 and 35A in 2019, following the division of the state into two union territories of Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir. Talking about President Rule, as per Article 356 of the Constitution, the President can proclaim President Rule in a state if he or she is satisfied that situation has arisen in which the government of a state cannot be carried on in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. President can act either on a report of the governor of the state or even without governor's report. And friends, according to the provisions of Article 356, President's Rule in a state can be imposed for 6 months at a time for maximum duration of 3 years, and every 6 months parliamentary approval to impose President's Rule will be required again. So with this, let's conclude today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.